Hello and welcome everyone to this brand new edition of the WB Weekly Report for Sunday, May the 21st, 2023. I'm your host, Tyler Peters, and this is where we look at the top 5 pro wrestling news stories. Sadly, we begin our weekly report with the passing of an icon, a true legend, you could say trailblazer in the professional wrestling industry. Superstar Billy Graham sadly lost his battle against multiple health issues and after being on life support. Thank you, sir, for your contributions. Coming in at number 1, Randy Orton retiring. WWE star Randy Orton's future in doubt. Bill Apter had recently talked with Orton's father, the WWE Hall of Famer, Cowboy Bob Orton, during an 80s professional wrestling convention. Here's a paraphrased, detail regarding the response that Cowboy Bob Orton shared with Bill Apter, a legendary journalist, by the way. He's been training for an in-ring return, but his doctors have advised him that would not be the wisest choice. But in the end, Cowboy Bob Orton relayed this: Randy will do what he wants to, and he usually does when talking about his son, Randy Orton. So Orton has remained out of action since the previous summer and underwent back surgery as recent as November back in 2022. And coming in at number 2, CM Punk out again. There's a lot of questions we're trying to get the answers to. Did Warner Brothers Discovery confirm the status of CM Punk in AEW? According to news reports, the company stated that Punk isn't associated with the new Saturday program that will be on TNT titled AEW's Collision, assisting current speculation, meaning rumors on Punk's return in All Elite Wrestling. They also remarked on if anything changed, and we want to thank Fightful Select. They provided an update. There are still plans for CM Punk's return, and there were active plans involving Punk. Originally, Punk was to be part of this new program called Collision. The other stars would include Andrade as well, and FTR. That was another big name I should mention. And Ace Steel, whether he's been rehired or not, also he was associated with CM Punk. Coming in at number 3, Seth, not freaking Rollins, he's Seth Hollywood Rollins. I'm getting excited for him. WWE star Seth Rollins is starring in a new Marvel film titled Captain America: New World Order. Wait a minute, the NWO's back. Come on, that works in the wrestling. Reports state that Rollins could miss additional TV because, quite frankly, it's obvious due to filming this new Marvel film. After being absent from last week's Monday Night Raw episode, and it's looking like Meltzer says he'll also be absent for this week's episode of Raw as well. We do know that Seth Rollins will take on the phenomenal one AJ Styles at Night of Champions on Saturday, May the 27th in Saudi Arabia. He's one of Triple H's top guys. I would not at all be shocked by that, and why not? But that remains to be seen. Hey, this is all rumor and innuendo, but a lot to be excited for. At number 4, Liv Morgan injured, and the titles are relinquished, meaning the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Breaking news, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are surrendering their WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Morgan's injury forced such a change to the creative. WWE announced there will be a fatal 4-way match to determine the new champions on the May 29th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw. These teams will include Raquel and an unknown tag team partner versus Damage Control Bayley and actually Io Sky versus Sonya, and Chelsea Green versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. So, who's going to become the new women's champions that will represent World Wrestling Entertainment? We'll have to find out. Coming in at number 5, Drew McIntyre. Has he re-signed? Details regarding Drew McIntyre just keep adding up. None of us, to be fair, really know what's going on contractually between Drew and the WWE. The attention has not only been just on CM Punk as of late, but Drew McIntyre could equally make the argument that all the attention has been focused on the Scottish Warrior. After WrestleMania 39, especially following this glaring disappearance from WWE television. And what's that include as it pertains to the future, meaning McIntyre's future, let me clarify, with the company. And that translates to WWE. McIntyre has expressed his dissatisfaction, or so we are led to believe, regarding his character's current creative direction. Previous reports claim that he and WWE could not agree on contractual terms. I feel like we have discussed that ad nauseum, but we must keep sounding like a broken record because it's been trending. It's still a big news story. There's a good possibility they will extend the contract. I mean, there's always that chance, is there not? Dave Meltzer wrote, and I'm paraphrasing this, McIntyre's return came down to creative issues. We just talked about it. What he desires, and if they agree on it or when they agree on it, I mean, that is the big point to take away from. Meltzer added, to my knowledge, he's not asked to leave, but they have not agreed to a new deal. And that pretty much sums it up. And that will conclude this edition of the WB Weekly Report. I'm your host, Tyler Peters. Please go like, follow, and subscribe to WrestleBuddy.com. Look for the article to come out that is the companion piece to the WB Weekly Report. And also, rest in peace, superstar Billy Graham. Thank you for the memories. And once again, let me restate that our heartfelt prayers and condolences go to his family, his friends, and his fans. And I'll say it again, I am a big supporter of superstar Billy Graham. He's the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. I hope I remember that correctly, but at least I tried. There you go, superstar. We'll miss you. Thank you for the contributions to pro wrestling. That's why I've got a little bit more passion and energy. And no, I'm not showing you my body because I don't want to scare you. He'd appreciate that because he had a physique like a Greek god. I've got one that should have went to Applebee's. There you go. Signing off, saying goodbye for now to leave you on a little happier note.